Lillian wondered, what is Arfs really to Orion? Orion had once told her that someone from Arfs' tribe had saved his life. But that alone didn't seem like a strong enough reason for why he was so protective of Arfs. She walked a different path than the one JS had taken. JS, on the other hand, took Orion's warning seriously. He muttered to himself, if Orion ever reaches a breaking point, he'll leave us for sure. The way he handled Lillian's attack, so swiftly and so elegantly, and how he exposed Bansh's plan, it proves he's a true leader. He's vital to our survival. I can only blame that scorpion Lillian for constantly stirring up trouble. She's selfish and beyond fixing. He paused, then added, well, I better ignore her from now on. I'll treat her like she doesn't exist. Whatever she does is no longer my concern. Yet, despite his internal vow, JS glanced over his shoulder, only to jolt in surprise as he saw Lillian walking right behind him. She had, at the last moment, changed direction and followed his slow steps without him even noticing. Oh God, why are you following me? He exclaimed. Lillian laughed softly and said seductively, well, aren't you the knowledgeable one as you always claim? JS felt weak in the knees. He cleared his throat, not realizing she was mocking. Still, an odd wave of happiness washed over him. Happiness at being needed. Shyly, he replied, yeah, I'm the knowledgeable one here. I could think of a thing or two to help get Arfs to move along with us. He paused, then looked into her eyes. I guess Orion's words finally got to you. I'm surprised. I thought you were too stubborn. Beyond changing. Lillian bit her lower lip, tempted to kill JS right then and there. But instead, she leaned into her seductive charm once more and said, oh, it seems you don't actually have any good plans to share. Yet. Fine. I'll check back with you later. She gave him a soft wave goodbye. JS stood still, baffled. What's up with her? He wondered. She treated me like trash this whole time and now she's all friendly? I guess Orion's threat really shook her. Before she could walk away, he said, we could come up with something together. I'm sure we can make a solid plan. One that'll make Orion proud. Lillian smiled faintly and nodded in agreement. The two of them began discussing the situation, sometimes in hushed voices, sometimes loud, almost as if they were fighting. Meanwhile, Orion sat beside Arfs, watching the exchange from a distance, surprised by the sudden shift between the two. Maybe it's temporary, he thought. But who knows? His eyes drifted to Arfs, who was lying down asleep. Then his gaze fell on the chain wrapped around Arfs. This chain must be taking a heavy toll on his body's ability to heal and regenerate. Orion thought. It seems to be draining his strength entirely. From his own experience with the Asuras, before their punishment by the Divines, Orion knew they possessed unmatched physical strength and healing abilities, even similar to those of the demons. Seeing an Asura like Arfs struggle this much made Orion's anger toward the Divines grow deeper and more intense.